Welcome to the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 230. The first set of the day was submitted by William. Underneath the desk, if we get a nice zoom in there, producer, thank you very much. We have purple weights, we have green baskets, and we have cables galore. Do I like it? No, señorita, I do not. Definitely get some sort of organization bin, maybe a closet to store these things. Obviously, I'm not talking about constructing a closet with your bare hands. As far as the actual desktop, out of set item on, I do think needs a little bit of love as well, because we have like the keyboard off to the side, the laptop off to the side, and of course, it's not a problem having it on your desk, but I think just the way you present it, store it, definitely needs to be worked on, whether it's a nice laptop docking station, just a stand of sorts that makes it look nice, that maybe even you could put the keyboard underneath.
I'm very confused. There's really no theme. There's a picture in the top right corner, but I don't even know what that could be. To be honest, I don't know. But there's really no theme. You just kind of go for a razor theme because he's got green, razor peripherals and all that, but it doesn't work in this case. It doesn't really have much of a theme.
William scored a 62. The next edit was submitted by Andrew. I do like what he's going for, but don't the monitors look like the size of my pinky?
Look at the dust.
If we go to the next photo, we see the other side of the desk where he's got a single display. He's got his nice mixer off to the side and a little bit of knickknacks and things like that there, which I find to be pretty interesting. I don't know, maybe you could have them both next to each other on the right side and then the PC in a better spot. I know the PC is there for better cable management, but I'm usually not a fan of having it in that far back corner. As far as the wall, he does have one little oh my god, the city, but I don't know if that's really gonna close out theme. Yes, you have Batman, the pop vinyl, but again, I don't know if that's really gonna do it for you. So maybe a little bit more than that. Andrew scored a 74. The next setup was submitted by Jimmy. I think the biggest problem is his attempt at usability. Look at that desk. That is what we call a corner desk. Not a corner desk, an L desk. What you would like is a corner desk, because the difference is a corner desk is a desk you use specifically for corner usage. Okay, that's not gonna work. You need to have the primary, because you're doing primary secondary here, which is gonna work at least on the right side where you have your unfinished Rubik's cubes, where the main monitor could go and the other one could be off to the left. Bada bing, bada boom. The walls, what do you think, Tom? A little weird?
I like the stuff on it. It just doesn't work. It's just too much stuff, and then the jerseys like overlapping each other. It's like it doesn't fit on that wall. You need to rearrange everything on that wall. Get rid of the posters that are kind of crappy. Start fresh.
Jimmy scored a 60. The next setup was submitted by Chris. I know I always do this and people are like, I'm a little kid. I can't do anything to my house. Do I look like I do home renovations on HGTV? I understand, but here's the thing. God, what an ugly room. It's not bad though. It really isn't. I'd angle in the side monitor, fix the one speaker, but you don't really have a lot of depth. There's not a lot you could do with theme here. We don't really see too much. Chris scored a 64. The next setup was submitted by Chris. I want to get to the little black shelf, right? I just want to grab something off it on the far right bottom, right? Oh, let me do some parkour over my goddamn desk.
He has too much furniture in the room. I don't know what the rest of the room looks like, but that right desk shouldn't even be there. It looks like it's blocking the closet.
There's no point for it.
He's not using it for anything except for a lamp. I mean, maybe if you're doing work, but you can move your laptop, move your keyboard out of the way. It's not the end of the world.
Chris scored a 66. The next setup was submitted by Nate. He was on episode he was on episode 75, 142, and 146. This was his first submission. You may remember it. Then he said, nah, 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 nah. Then he came with this one. And then he's like, nah, 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 nah. And he came back and I was like, what's different? Oh, you put artwork. And he's like, nah, 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 nah. and then he did this, which is his latest setup. I don't know if people are going to agree with me here. I just think that's complete overkill.
Yeah, what does he use the setup for? Is it the weather guy?
Well, yeah, he used to be the weather guy. I don't know exactly what it is now, but right now, productivity and gaming on the one setup and the other one streaming PC. Why do you need two displays for a streaming PC? The thing is though, it is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. And we see two PCs basically having butt sex in the corner of the... I don't think I've ever seen that. Nate scored at 92. The next setup was submitted by Ryan. He's 31. He was on episode 161, 184, and he's back now. This was his first setup. The next iteration though, he went check bam.
Gotta zoom all the way out to zoom back in.
And there it is. That was his next iteration. If you go to the next photo, this is what he's working with now. You could actually go to the one after that and see this sort of idea behind it. If you go to the next one, you'll see the cable management, which finally he has perfect cable management. Everything actually has a purpose, it's not just like I have money monitors that I can have. It's like, no, seriously, this is for that.
Like you said, he has actually uses for each monitor, which is great. With the last setup, we don't really know like what monitor is being used for, whatever.
Ryan scored a 94. The final setup of the day was submitted by Thomas. The reason it's so close is obviously because of the placement. I mean, he's quite literally shoved in the corner. I don't even think a chair would comfortably fit there.
That desk does not fit up against this little wall.
Honestly,
It seems like
it looks like it would. Personally, not a big fan of what you're doing there.
I wish I could see what the rest of the room looked like. A new desk would be nice, but then again, it's like, what desk would fit that area? I honestly feel like you should move yourself against a wall. The bed does not work.
Thomas scored a 58. Ryan walked away with first place with a 94. Thanks so much for watching the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 230.